Welcome to Building Successful Carriers from the Start, how proper training could change the face of the company. The United States Postal Service is struggling financially to meet its goals due to a decrease in mail volume and an increase in competition. Companies like UPS, FedEx, and Amazon are stealing our business. The best way for us to combat this threat is to ensure that all employees are properly prepared to perform at 100% every day. I began working at the United States Postal Service 8 years ago. My first day on the job, I remember my trainer telling me, accuracy comes first. Speed will come with time. That has stuck with me all these years, and it's still the first thing I say to new carriers when they walk in the door. But it doesn't seem to matter how many times you say it. Once they realize they're getting paid the same, whether it takes them 3 hours or 10, they drive for that speed, and we as a company suffer for it. As the carriers rush, they misdeliver parcels and mail, they forget to forward to the previous residents, and they ignore those who have entrusted us with holding their mail while they're away. Despite their current training, they don't understand the ramifications of these mistakes. This leads to many of these new carriers losing their jobs or quitting due to frustrations and costing USPS thousands of dollars per year. According to the 2017 fiscal report, we took a $2 billion loss last year. USPS is a nonprofit agency. Losses like this affect our ability to perform at our best. Without the necessary revenue, we are unable to afford extra help when mail volume does increase. For example, during the holidays. This leaves our carriers out past dark and forces them to delay the delivery of the mail. This is not customer service. This is struggling to get by and doing it poorly. Product visibility is one of the main concerns of our customers. People want to know where their mail-in packages are. Our scanning score goals are 100%, yet we consistently fall short. 97 has been the average for the year. This means that packages are still slipping through, regardless of how hard we push scanning. The OIG's report on package delivery scanning 2017 found that 1.9 million scans were improper stop-the-clock scans that occurred at the delivery unit. The locations of these packages are left unknown. They may have been delivered, they may be lost. Despite weekly reminders and stand-up talks used to push scanning, scores are still down, packages are still being misdelivered and disappearing. Due to these low scores, we have recently lost our billion-dollar contract with Amazon. When scrolling through social media and watching the news, it's really difficult to ignore the number of people irate with the service they've received from USPS. From carriers caught stealing mail to parcels being stolen or misdelivered, our customer satisfaction scores are at an all-time low. Recent studies show 55% of customers are satisfied with USPS. Considering we serve millions of people every day, 55% is just not enough. In the last year, my office has lost 12 carriers. 9 of whom quit due to frustrations with the job, and 3 of whom were fired for failure to perform. Now, this is only slightly higher than numbers published by Dead Tree Edition on the annual compliance review. They stated the average annual turnover rate among non-career employees with USPS rose from 38.7% to 42.8% in the last year alone. Each of these carriers has to be replaced, and the cost to train each replacement is approximately $1,100. The total cost for turnover to the post office last year alone was $95 million. Experts agree that companies that deliver an outstanding customer experience across all company touchpoints earn higher revenues. Raising our standards of delivery to exceed customer standards will both increase customer satisfaction and business. As Megan Brennan stated after becoming the Postmaster General, any accountant knows that 35 cents in assets for every dollar in liabilities is just not sustainable. The ability to reduce our debt while saving money and limiting the amount of waste, both financial and environmental, each fiscal year will help us to become sustainable. Our expectations are set by our competition and our customers. The expectations we have for our employees and our business must be held to a higher standard than our competitors so that we may drive our business and surpass them. Having a skilled workforce takes effort. We must invest in the growth of our employees and engage in their success, continuing their education and providing support for those who need it or desire it. Employers are understandably reluctant to make big investments in workers who might not stay long, but this creates a vicious cycle. Companies won't train workers because they might leave, and workers leave because they don't get training. Ineffective carriers plus low production plus poor customer service equals a loss of revenue and customers. So we find ourselves at a crossroads. We can stay on the path that we're on and continue losing customers, revenue, and employees. We can call in the retention specialists who focus on speed, not accuracy, or we can retrain our employees with the same system that didn't work the first time. The best way for us to battle the ever-expanding predicament we find ourselves in is to prepare ourselves for it. We do this by ensuring we give our employees everything they need to perform their jobs to the best of their abilities. This doesn't mean new scanners or new trucks. This means knowledge. The mission of the Postal Service is to provide postal services to bind the nation together through the personal, educational, literary, and business correspondence of the people. It shall provide prompt, reliable, and efficient services to patrons in all areas and shall render postal services to all communities. Our number one priority should be our customers. Our second should be our bottom line. Providing our new hires and current at-risk employees with training through a more extensive curriculum, we can take care of both. The new curriculum must be developed to ensure new hires are fully trained in all aspects of their position. Studies show that employees who receive proper training in their fields are more likely to outperform their untrained peers. The current training program has failed to yield carriers able to accomplish the job in an efficient and accurate manner. Despite their aptitudes, many of the new hires are struggling to grasp the full scope of their duties when they are only shown a piece of the picture. Implementing a new training program through which the new carriers receive in-depth training on all aspects of their position and the company is vital to turning this situation around. A more successful, more intensive training program must include customer service techniques, carrier rules and responsibilities, including a full review of the PO603, and carrier rights, including education in the contracts. Knowing about postal operations will better prepare our employees to help the company succeed, and hands-on learning. Now, of course, this avenue comes with some risks. Higher upfront cost, increased time spent on training, and a higher initial turnover rate. However, the benefits are far greater. Increased customer satisfaction, a decrease in customer complaints, which will save us time and money, a decrease in time spent looking for misdelivered mail and packages, decrease in hours worked every week, again, saving us money. An increase in retention rates, which will limit the amount of training we have to do. And less overall revenue spent on training. Operating a business with employees who have the skills and knowledge to stay productive is dependent upon a few factors. One of the biggest is developing and implementing a successful training program that nurtures employees and capitalizes on their talents. GEB 2013. By training our workforce to be knowledgeable, we will bring confidence to our employees and turn our company around. We preach the sanctity of the mail, but we do not hold our employees accountable for it. No customer wishes to entrust their precious letters and precious packages to someone who has no reverence for it. This is why we are losing them. In the eyes of our customers, our most precious commodity, no cost or risk is too high to ensure the mail is being properly delivered. For our company, it is imperative that we employ people who see their positions as a career, not just a job. We need people who will take pride in the very important work they are doing. We need people we can take pride in. A new training program is just the first step in developing a more customer-focused and service-driven company. We need to start looking to the future. We need to prove true our slogan, priority you. Thank you.